You scroll through your phone and someone your age just bought a house. Someone else got promoted. Someone else is engaged or traveling or starting a business. And somewhere in your chest, a quiet but familiar feeling arrives. Not jealousy exactly, something heavier. The feeling that everyone else is moving and you're standing still. The feeling that you are behind, that somehow, at this exact age, you should already be further along. If you know that feeling, this video is going to explain exactly where it comes from and why it is lying to you. Let's start with something nobody says out loud. There is no schedule. There is no universal timeline that humans are supposed to follow. It does not exist. The idea that you should have a house by 30, a career locked by 25, children by 35, that is not nature. That is a script written by marketing, culture, and comparison. And you have been measuring your entire life against a script that was never yours. The feeling of being behind is not information about your life. It is information about the comparison you are making. Here's what psychology and neuroscience actually tell us about this feeling. The human brain has a built-in comparison mechanism called social comparison theory, identified by psychologist Leon Festinger in 1954. Festinger found that humans are wired to evaluate themselves by comparing to others, especially people they perceive as similar. This was useful for our ancestors. Comparing to your tribe told you where you stood, what skills to develop, how to survive. But today, your comparison pool is not your tribe of 150 people. It is 8 billion curated highlight reels. Social media shows you the peak moments of everyone's lives simultaneously. No one posts their ordinary Tuesday. Research from the American Psychological Association found that frequent social media use is strongly correlated with the feeling of being behind peers, regardless of actual life outcomes. In other words, people who are objectively doing well still feel behind, because the comparison is not based on reality. But the comparison mechanism alone doesn't explain why some people feel this more intensely than others. The first deeper cause, conditional worth, growing up in an environment where love or approval was tied to achievement. When a child learns that they are only valued when they perform, they become adults who measure their worth by milestones. Every birthday without a promotion, every year without a relationship, every month without visible progress becomes evidence: I am not enough. The second cause is the invisible timer, a deeply embedded belief that there is a deadline and you are running out of time. This timer has no basis in reality, but it feels absolutely real, and it creates a constant low-level panic that never fully turns off. The third cause, survivorship bias in who you follow and compare to. You are not comparing yourself to everyone. You are comparing yourself to the most visible, most successful, most loudly documented people in your field or social circle. That is not a fair sample. That is a systematically distorted one. And here is the trap that quietly takes over a person's entire life. When you believe you are behind, you start living in a permanent state of emergency. You stop enjoying where you are because you are always focused on where you should be. Vacations become anxious, rest becomes guilt. Ordinary days become proof that you are not working hard enough. And the cruelest part? Even when you achieve something, the relief lasts about 48 hours. Because there is always a new thing you don't have yet, a new way you are not enough yet. This is called hedonic adaptation, and it means the brain adjusts to every achievement and immediately resets its baseline. You are not behind. You are on a treadmill, and the treadmill is the problem, not your speed. If this is naming something you've felt for a long time but couldn't explain, tap like. Thousands of people feel this and think they're alone in it. Subscribe, and next week, we go even deeper into how to stop measuring your life against other people's. So, how do you actually get off the treadmill? Here is what works. The first step: audit your comparison pool. Ask yourself, who am I actually comparing myself to? Are they a fair benchmark, or are they an outlier I have chosen to treat as the norm? Most people are comparing themselves to the top 1% of visible success, and then wondering why they feel like failures. The second step: replace the social timeline with a personal one. Ask yourself, not where should I be by society standards, but what do I actually want, and am I moving toward it, even slowly? Slow movement toward your own North Star is not being behind. It is being on your path. The third step: practice present moment accounting. Each day, write down 3 things that exist in your life right now that your past self would have wanted. This is not toxic positivity. This is a recalibration, reminding your brain that you have already arrived in some ways you stopped noticing. The fourth step, and the most important: understand that your timing is not wrong. It is just yours. Vera Wang didn't design her first dress until 40. Morgan Freeman got his breakthrough role at 52. Toni Morrison published her first novel at 39. Not because they were behind, because their path took exactly as long as it needed to. I want to say something directly to you. The years you spent figuring things out were not wasted years. They were the foundation years. The seasons of confusion, of trying and failing, of not knowing, they were not you being behind. They were you becoming. Every person you're comparing yourself to has seasons they don't post about. Gaps, losses, quiet years. The race you think you're losing, nobody else is running it. You invented it. And you can stop running it anytime you decide to. You are not behind. You are here. And here, with what you have, at this age, in this chapter, is a valid place to be. The question was never, am I on schedule? The question is, am I alive to this moment? Am I moving towards something that actually matters to me? If yes, you are not behind. You are exactly where a person building something real tends to be. If this video gave you something, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. They know who they are. And the next video, we go into the psychology of comparison itself, why we do it, how to detach from it, and what happens to your life when you finally stop.